What's up, guys? So today we're going to be installing the new CSF intake manifold. As you can see right here, she finally came in. So we got the car up on the 4-post. Just didn't have any 2-posts available. First, we're going to start off just taking this piece off. We're going to get to the low temp side cooling system, get that drained out, and then lower the car back down, start taking the intercooler out, or not intercooler, but intake manifold. We got helpful handyman here, my little brother, little boss here.
Little boss. Ooh. Oh, this one is blocking, right?
We done yet?
Not
Oh. Shoot. What?
so much better. I believe this metal one's gonna come down through. Or I might slide off.
Can you slide that one out or nah?
I'll undo these.
Alright. Maybe you didn't have to take the other pieces out. Be the first ones to do a video like this, so that's for sure. Alright.
The coolant's green, by the way.
Yeah, so for those of you, if you'll read the forums, some of them say it's blue coolant, it's like the HB11 or something. According to the BMW technicians, anything after 2019, the B58s run this HT12. So this is a green coolant, it is not blue. And there, it is green. So, solve that problem for all of you. Now let's get back to it. What do we got going?
Does that clip come all the way out?
No.
Okay, so basically there's this silver clipping right here where my finger's at. You pull that out and we assume this hose will just slide down.
Yeah,
that's what we're hoping for.
Push up on it though, right? Got to disconnect, and we're gonna get a shower of antifreeze here. Move those tools. Probably don't want your hat there. All right, here we go.
Sure. So that clip doesn't come all the way out?
I don't know. All right, so here we go. Oop. So after some research, thank you to Kai's Motorsports YouTube video showing us how to pop off the bottom radiator deal. Super easy. We don't work on stuff like this. We learned how to work on old pickups. Nothing new like this. It went back in?
Yeah.
So this is a learning experience for us both. Like, this is my first YouTube video and our first time doing anything like this.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, hell yeah. We got fluid. Comes out, it's all dry. Oh! How'd that taste?
Definitely getting COVID.
So, there's not a lot of fluid in this system. I think there's only like 4.4 4.2 liters cold on that cold side, so should be pretty good there. We're gonna put a vacuum on the system when we get everything installed, and then hopefully not have any issues.
Yeah, wasn't expecting that.
It comes out.
Did somebody say something?
I don't think so. We're gonna need a mop. Yeah. Mmm.
Oh my god. It's like it's stuck on my tongue.
Yeah.
It's all over my shirt too.
Oh.
Right, so we ready to lower it?
I don't know if we should pop that back on, or you think we should be
let's
alright?
do that then.
Alright. Let's scoot the bucket over now so when we lower it, it just keeps draining into the bucket there. I think that's good.
Yes.
Yeah.
I even scrubbed this baby before we start working in it.
You're welcome. So now that the coolant is drained out of this, what we want to do, I don't know if we should just put the cap back there. Take this off. You're gonna have to pull a couple of the ECU wires for those of you that have sent off your ECU off to get bench unlocked. You know how to do that. For those if you haven't, all it is push in right there, get that latch come out, and just make sure you take a picture or something. These are color coordinated, nice and easy. So we'll get that out, and then figure out how to take that. We're gonna peel that back. We need to take this off here. Just kind of fold everything over. Easy enough.
Easy, huh?
Let's get it. Probably should unplug the battery.
Where's your battery?
It's in the back.
Yeah, let's unplug the battery.
Oh shit. Probably gotta plug these back in. All right, so when we're working with electronics, I guess it's frowned upon to work on them while the battery's still plugged in. I mean, I like to take risks, but probably not that expensive of a risk. Who knows? Probably the whole electronic system. So just take your 10 mil here, get that out of the way. And I know, I hate taking this thing off. It's a pain. Oh. And I usually just kind of bring it up here so that it doesn't ground out to anything else. Maybe. There we go. Away from everything. Now we can safely unplug the ECU. Well, this is kind of hard to do with filming. Alright. Put that one over, that one over. Let's see. Just those ones there, it looks like. Not even sure if we'll bother. We just want it loose enough so that we can just peel it back.
So what we did here is we removed the paint case vacuum line. What you do is you want to undo this bolt right here, and it's going to come up, and this is going to give you a little bit more playroom. This back hose back here, you're going to push this side in and pull back on this little clip right here. See how it moves back and forth? And when you reattach, you just slide it right back in. We'll show you that later on.
All right, so now that we got that out of the way, went ahead and loosened these bolts. They were a 10 millimeter. They go along there in the back. It's like 8 of them. One of them's clear back there, so we're gonna take a little dinner break before we hit that one. And then these ones were E-Torx E10. They're there. And there's only 2 of them. There's one there and one there, but shouldn't have much more left to do. Yeah, we got most of everything disconnected other than this right there and then the lines down at the bottom.
This is a stock intake manifold. What we did here is when you flip it over, you are going to have the ports for it. There's going to be green gaskets. You are going to want to reuse that as I spill coolant down here.
Yeah, CSF doesn't throw in new gaskets, so you do have to reuse the stock gaskets.
They look like that.
Just like that.
There's 6 of them.
Won't focus.
And then right here at the bottom, you have your 2 coolant hoses that you do have to remove. The easiest way that we did find to do was when it's sitting in here like this, you're just gonna want to flip it over.
Don't drip on the car. What you doing?
You're just gonna flip it over. There's gonna be 2 C clips like these. Again, this one was on the bottom, and this one's just off to the side. You just undo these. This one comes out, and they come out easily.
Not really. You need a pry tool. Definitely a pry tool like that. This one was easier to come through the front and get your pick under here like that, and then the other one way easier from the side. Careful not to drip coolant into your head. Man, that head's a little dirty. Might have to convert over to direct port injection, or not direct, but just port injection. Cool. All right, here we go, guys. Look at that. I'll bill it. Partnership, CSF and VF Engineering. One thing I'd like to note, we're not doing port injection just quite yet. Ain't got that kind of money. I just really wanted this part. Just because it's gonna help with my future performance goals of going port injection. I mainly just got this piece because they were only doing a handful billet and just wanted something special like that for the car. And then, yeah, just really helps the car run more efficient. So today, we're not necessarily gonna run port, so we're not gonna need this fuel rail. But it's like Legos for kids or adults. Well, hopefully it's not too bad to install and put all together. Sweet. Probably trying to get real close. I got you gloves. Right there. Thank you. You're welcome. Count Thomas.
It's down to 7 Newton meters. Says in the instructions, I believe. I don't know. I'm just doing top size. And so start with this top left one first. It's really nice because it's matte cut tools, so it lights up. Might have been more tighter than what we wanted. Typically it goes like green instead of red. But don't want to check it out. I don't know what time it is. Feels like we've been in here for 3 days. Got me locked up like a prisoner. Thomas just uses me for the shop. Do you hear the bikes?
Yeah, we're gonna go clap some bikes.
Just clap some cheeks.
I got number 33.
That's cool. They should have put Tommy G speed on it for you.
Well, they didn't know I was buying it, so
That would have been cool if they did.
that would have been.
Kind of like how D has their everything embroidered.
That'd be dope.
That would be dope.
So, one thing that's different, looking at it, this one, it doesn't route the coolant lines at the bottom. Instead, they're here in the back. So we're gonna have to put on a little thread locker here, and comes in with some fittings, and we're gonna have to make our own coolant hoses. I'm just gonna have to spread it around the fitting too.
Hey Red Bull, sponsor us. Sponsor us. Ooh, that looks cool. Ooh, Dr. Thomas now.
Why is that just gasket? Oh, you remember what we did?
Don't shoot it at me.
Oh my gosh.
He has red Loctite.
I don't want red.
Why?
Some of the little, some of the little gaskets we use as rings.
Go.
One in. One more. Dude, that looks nice and creamy.
I actually kind of want to lick it.
You think it tastes like cotton candy?
Thank you for the team.
Kind of smells like blue raspberries, not gonna lie.
Really?
Morgan, you should try it. No, I'm kidding.
You know, kind of wish I went to school for this.
You know, I'm thinking about just dropping out of college and going to trade school.
I would highly recommend. So, I actually went to school for management information systems, so I didn't go to school for this. And right now I'm kind of regretting my choice of going into that. I mean, it's cool and all, it makes good money, pays the bills, but it's not something I'm super passionate about, you know? So if you're contemplating going to school or not, I highly recommend just think about it and go with the right choice for you. All right, we're gonna need a big wrench for that one. Where are they at? All right, so we got some lovely Red Bull here. We got the hose lines all built. You just had to trim them up 4 inches on this top one, 3 inches on the bottom. Put on the supplied clamps and fittings. Same with this end. You got your quick disconnects here. So, be big enough to wrap around the oil filter. And now we're on to the next page. I feel like CSF could have done a little better with their instructions. Specifically, teardown would have been useful, but it is what it is. Here we go. Alright, so it's 10 o'clock. We're still installing this shit on here. You want to explain what you just did?
So the piece that connects the engine shroud cover sits in there. As you can see, it's kind of broke. Wasn't all the way tight, so I grabbed a 15mm and I gave it like half a turn and it just popped off.
Freaking Hercules here.
Like it wasn't even tight.
I don't even know if it's worth it trying to do the engine mount anymore.
No.
Screw it. We're leaving it bare. Engine mount delete. Ah! Okay, this is gonna be a problem. I feel like these lines are too long.
I told you. Well, they still have to go through around the oil filter housing. Ooh, that looks so good.
Alright guys, 10:30, ran into an issue where we had to trim down the hoses supplied by CSF with no measurements in the instructions, which would be really helpful. I didn't even measure, I just kind of eyeballed it and cut it down, but super annoying we had to do that. You'd think when you spend about $4,000 on a part it'd have better instructions, but I guess that's too hard. Anyways, all we gotta do, line the manifold up with the ports, get everything bolted in. We'll bleed the system, get everything hooked up, and should be go here in the next hour. All right guys, so it's next day. I'm finally getting around to getting this recorded, but I kind of stopped recording during the install. Just it was getting late, we were getting frustrated with it, but you know how things go. We finally got it in. It looks great. It was a pain in the butt, that's for sure. But I spoke to a guy I know that already did one, Nick over at Graveyard Performance, and I asked him about these lines, the coolant lines back here, if he had trimmed his down, but he said he didn't have to, so I guess you don't have to, but he told me if it works, it works, and it is what it is. But here it is, all installed. We will be doing the port injection next spring, hopefully. It turned out great. Some tips that I would recommend is having the long T-handle hex tool, just to get down into there. I know we torqued ours. We torqued a few of them, but not a whole lot. I think there's like 2 or 3 that we couldn't just get to. I think one of them being back there, that one was pretty tight. But yeah, I will drop the bleed procedure down below in the description. Pretty simple process. I did it just in case, but I used a vacuum on this. I'll also drop that tool down. I got it from ECS Tuning. I think that's what that website was. It's like $80, and it was a great way of putting coolant back into the system. And if you haven't already, like and subscribe. I hope this video helped you guys, and let me know in the comments what could be better, what could be, I don't know, explain better, help me learn while I help you guys learn. Thank you.